Hello, folks. It's me. I guess. Who else would it be? Changed my channel name a second ago. Figured I might want to rebrand it a little bit. But other than that, that's the only change. I've been away for a while because college work, basically. Now I'm home until the spring semester, so I figured, hey, I have a little more time to start doing these videos again, so let's pick it up. As you can see, we are on the SilverOak Forest level, but first, we gotta do our upgrades here. As is the pattern, I'm going to upgrade to Legionnaires, and we have not unlocked Illyria. That's kind of ridiculous. I thought she was unlocked on this level, but it appears not. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think she'll be unlocked at the next level. Yeah, so we're sticking with Gerald, and let's hop into it. SilverOak Forest. With Twin Rivers Pass blocked, and after days of marching, we finally reached the SilverOak Forest outpost, only to find its troop complement decimated. The garrison's men have endured several attacks recently, and their scouts report an even greater enemy force approaching. Good thing elite ranger units are on the way to help us. Alright, let's jump into it. So, same things before, we can move our hero around wherever he desires, or wherever we desire him to go, I guess. I don't know if I would like to live forever. Tell you what, in the comments down below, let me know if you guys would like to live forever or not. Be interested in hearing your responses. Alright, so before we start building any of our towers, we should look at the waves of things that are coming out. So we have brigands coming up here, and the path they're going to follow is going to go up this side, and we have bandits coming up here, and the path that this side of the wave will follow is going to come up through here. Generally, the starting waves of enemies will give you hints as to what types are going to be coming down later on in the level. So we can see brigands are coming down, and brigands are units which have armor, so it'll be a good idea to build mage towers along this path, and more archer towers and barracks along this path in the middle. We also notice, and this isn't really relevant quite yet, for about like 3 or 4 waves, I believe, there's this little forest area over here, and there's a path leading up to our exit from there. So we want to keep that in mind as well as we're building towers. We don't want to put everything on this side, because units are going to come out over here, and they're going to wreck us. So, with that in mind, this place looks like a good choke point to have, as well as this, kind of. But I have had experience with this level, and I think the best way to do it, we're gonna bring Gerald down here so we can get some early experience points by beating up these enemies. I think the best way to go about doing this is to actually have very few choke points up here, letting our towers do most of the work. And then if we need it, we'll put a barracks up at this place to help block up enemies that are coming in over here. For this, there are going to be spiders coming out here. So we'll eventually build an artillery tower and upgrade it, maybe a few times. Oh, also, I forgot, we have to talk about... Never mind, we don't have that upgrade quite yet. This little building, in case you were wondering, is called the Sylvan Elf building. Basically what you can do is you can spend 100 gold repairing it, and then you can spend another 100 gold, I believe, to train Sylvan Elves. You can get a maximum of 4 units on them, and they're actually like very effective at dealing with almost any kind of enemy, honestly. So that's also something to keep in mind. We'll be doing that later on in this level. Alright, so let's get a mage tower up here. Let's upgrade it once. Yeah, we'll put an archer tower down here, and we'll upgrade it once again. Can't upgrade that again. Let's put another mage tower, and then we'll just wait and see how our troops deal with the threats that are coming out. So we're going to put our reinforcements right next to Gerald. He works better with them. There he goes. Now he's starting to attack. And we'll put down a ring of fire here, just to call in the next wave early. Yeah. And that's kind of like standard procedure for like the first level in the game. You want to get the next waves out as early as possible, just to get just a little more gold. It's really going to be a good help. Okay, yeah, so here we have the spiders coming out. I thought that was going to happen. That's why I didn't want to invest too much gold over here. So we're going to build an artillery tower, which will be useful for the spiders that are coming out. We will call those right now, actually. We'll send reinforcements over there to help deal with the brigands, and we'll send Gerald up there as well. Actually, Gerald's going to help with the spiders. I think this mage tower can take care of the brigands, and these guys might need some help. So, here are the spiders. They are a new enemy. They are giant spiders. They are quick, vicious enemies resistant to magic. So they have high magic resistance, which I believe means they only take 30% of magic damage, but it could be like 10%. I have to check the wiki. It's kind of hard to find that information in game. They have low health and very fast speed. So that's why we want to create choke points up here with our soldiers. And that's also why we want to have a barracks, because that's good at dealing like low-ish amounts of damage to a very large group of enemies, which is going to happen when you have a choke point and enemies coming out. We can see here, we probably should have called that wave out even a little earlier than we did, but it's fine. We're going to upgrade our Dwarven artillery, and I think that'll be the last upgrade we get for this side of the map for a while. Yeah, because we don't want to neglect either side of the map when we have like setups like this, where there's two things that are coming out here and two things over here. Now, we have a new tower, the level 4 Marksman Tower, which is called the Ranger's Hideout. It has the fastest rate of fire and excellent range. I really like the Rangers. I don't really know if they're my favorite tower in the game, but you can see clicking on this tower gives us 2 branches to upgrade. We can either go to the Ranger's Hideout, or we have a special option that we haven't unlocked yet. Also, apparently, it may have been a lie that the brigands would not be coming down these paths. I could have sworn that's how it used to work. We're going to put these soldiers up here so they can block those. I'm going to send Gerald up here because it looks like they're going to need a little help. We're actually going to rain of fire those. Put some reinforcements to deal with that bandit. That was probably a bad idea, because bandits can obviously dodge melee attacks, so we want to put them in the range of the tower. Whoops. We'll send out that wave just a little early. I could have sent it out like much earlier, but I forgot to. I wasn't paying attention to the new waves coming out, which I should be doing. Here, I want to upgrade this Ranger's Tower to show you what it'll do, but I think right now we'll get more use out of upgrading that Mage Tower, just to help deal with any of these brigands that are coming through. Take them out in 1 or 2 hits. And actually, we'll get an Artillery Tower up here, because even with just our reinforcements and Gerald, it seems like we're doing a relatively good job of like keeping all these units stopped up down here. That might be a mistake later. These artillery towers are not cheap, to say the least. They're the most expensive towers and upgrades in the game. So it's kind of a big investment if you build them and it ends up being the wrong move. We're going to send out these next waves right now. Oh god, I should have checked what they were first. Let that be a lesson to you guys. Now we're going to get a Ranger's hideout. We're going to move Gerald up here. And we're going to put these guys up there to help deal with them. That should be. Always check. Always check what the next wave is going to be. Because I was not really prepared all that well for those wolves. And here we have wargs coming out. Which is not ideal. We're going to put Gerald down there. With some reinforcements. That's good. Okay. Gerald's going to come back up here, actually. Just, because those guys are going to tear through our soldiers pretty fast. Uh-oh. Gerald's going to come up here, because, these recruits are going to disappear? Yes, they did disappear. Alright, let's check out the warg. Sorry. The wargs are cunning, fast beasts that can dodge melee attacks and resist magic attacks. So, fittingly, they have magic resistance, they can dodge melee attacks, and they have a very fast speed. These are kind of like wargs. They are a lot better and scarier than wargs, in my humble opinion. Here... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get over there. Come on. Here, I'm going to get some more... or get a Sylvan Elf, I guess. And the fun thing about the Sylvan Elves is you can place them right here, and you'll see they'll shoot arrows down to where the enemies crossing down this way are. So they're not just good for the enemies that are closest to them, they're also good for hitting these enemies down here. We'll call it the giant spiders. Excuse me. These guys over here. I kind of want to upgrade this artillery tower once again, just to get it upgraded to kill the spiders faster, so they aren't dealing as much damage to my troops. I'm not sure if that's really relevant. It might be better just to get another artillery tower here, but I think I want to upgrade this one. We'll probably get another one over here as well, but we'll see. We have a new enemy coming out, which, again, I kind of should have checked before I called it. These are the Spider Matriarchs. They are tough, magic-resistant beasts that can spawn several spiderlings. They have high magic resistance, they spawn spiderlings, they cost 2 lives, and they have average speed. So, these spiderlings, to the best of my knowledge, as they walk down the path, they'll lay these eggs, and after a short time they'll hatch, and you can see the spiderlings are coming up. They're called spider hatchlings. And they're there just to, like, overwhelm your men and get past your defenses, really. That's what they're there to do. So we're going to rain a fire there to kill the spider matriarchs, and we're going to call out the next wave a little early. Yeah, that's it. Our guys should take care of that. Now, I'm debating whether or not I want another bombard tower, artillery tower, or another barracks tower there. I think I'm going to settle on a barracks tower, because this artillery tower is going to be doing a lot of work. There's no shame in, like, realizing that you made a bad decision. I'm also going to get another barracks tower. God, I can't think today. To help out with that down there. Come on. Come on. These guys, once you buy them and they die, they're gone. So you don't want to have them die, because whereas these troops that you get from the barracks tower, you can spend 70 and you get like an infinite amount of men. If your Sylvan troops die and you want new ones, you have to spend another $100, 100 coins, which isn't really, like, economically efficient, I guess. You want to try and conserve your resources as much as possible. Yeah. So that's why you want to try and protect these guys as much as you can. I'm having Gerald. Oh god. I'm gonna upgrade that. Okay. You elves gotta do other stuff too, please. Yeah, this game, it feels like it's experiencing slowdown right now. We got an achievement called Force Diplomacy, which is recruit max elves. So you can only get 4, unfortunately. You can't spend like 10,000 gold and get like 10 of these elves, or 100? That would be 100. I don't know how math works. And just kind of like flood the board, which would be awesome if you could do it, but you can't. There are some new enemies. These are the Marauders. They're hulking, well-trained, armored outlaws, often seen leading brigands and bandits. They have a slow speed, they have medium armor, and they cost 3 lives. I think I'm going to go ahead and sell this Bombard Tower, because at this point in the run, we've kind of moved away from having troops down on this side, and we're just kind of, we've made our camp, and it's here, here, and here. We can see in that last wave there were no spiders coming out, so it's a good idea to move your troops on this edge as far to the left as they possibly can. We're going to put some reinforcements down here, and we're going to upgrade this mage tower. Probably should have done that earlier. You can see the tier 4 towers, which is this ranger hideout. They have 2 upgrade paths. We're going to rain a fire down here because there's a lot of enemies, and we don't want our elves to die. That would not be good, because the reasons that we have covered before. So we're going to move them out of the range of the Marauders, and they can just take them out. Oh, and that was the end of the level. Wow, we ended that, like, up 600 gold. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, but I should talk about the Rangers' 2 upgrade paths. Or 2 upgrade, like, modules, I guess, is the best way to describe them. One of them, I really like. I think it's called, like, Grasping Vines or something. I can't remember the exact wording. You know, maybe there's an entry in the encyclopedia. Yes, one of them is called the Wrath of the Forest, and what that does is every so often a spell will be cast by the tower. It's a passive ability, you can't control it, that wraps all the enemies in vines. It slows their movement for, or it completely stops their movement for the duration. I believe it's 6 seconds. When you first get it, and it also stops them from attacking. And it also hurts them while it's happening. So having that lets your soldiers get more hits on the troops, or on the enemy troops, and it also lets your towers do more work, basically. So it's good at stopping up enemies, which I like, because I like creating choke points and dealing lots of damage to lots of enemies at the same time. Might have to switch up our strategy for the next level, because there are no good choke points we can make, unfortunately, which is a shame. And the second special ability is the Poison Arrows. So what that does is, for each enemy that these rangers hit, for a long duration, longish duration, I think it's like 10 or 15 seconds, the arrows will do unmitigated poison damage. So if an enemy is super resistant to physical attacks, the poison arrows will do like 6 damage per second or something. And if the enemy is super resistant to magic attacks, it'll do 6 damage per second. And it'll do 6 damage per second regardless of the resistance of the enemy, which is very good. So when, like, I would go based on necessity. You probably want to get Wrath of the Forest first. But towards the end of the level, you're going to have, most of the time, you'll have like extra gold that you can spend. And getting poison arrows is definitely not a bad way to deal damage to enemies, for sure. Yeah. So, next level. Oh, we also got the new hero. Yeah, next level we'll be tackling the Citadel. You can see like this map. It's a little preview. It's kind of weird to make choke points here. I honestly don't even think you can, unfortunately. It's kind of my main strategy. But we'll see how we can work around that, I guess, in the future. Well, this has been Kingdom Rush Guy, and I'm signing off. Have a lovely day. Remember, let me know if you guys would want to live forever. Have a lovely evening, everyone. Just a reminder, it's early December right now. The Geminids are going on. Yeah, go see some shooting stars on December 13th. Be a lovely experience. All right, see you folks.